Yeah, hello, sir.
Am I audible, sir? Am I audible?
Yeah, audible.
Okay, thank you, sir. Um, Welcome back in post-lunch session. So we are honored to have Dr. Vijay Kumar Dala, sir, with us. Welcome you, sir, in third day of AICT Atal sponsored 5 days online faculty development program on robotics, organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Katihar Engineering College, Katihar, under DST Government of Bihar. Dr. Vijay Kumar Dala is currently working as assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at NIT Jamshedpur. He has completed his PhD from IIT Roorkee in robotics and MTech from IIT Bombay. He was associated with two BRNS projects during his senior research fellow at IIT Bombay after completing his PhD degree. After MTech degree. He completed Bachelor's of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering from Government Engineering College, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. He has published many research papers in reputed international journals and conferences. He has also submitted 3 funding research projects in various funding agencies. At present, he is guiding 4 PhD students. He has been conducting various short-term courses in robotics, artificial intelligence, at various premier institutes to expand his robotics knowledge. Recently, he has conducted NPIU Initiative TICUB third sponsored 150 hours training session on robotics and automation. He has delivered more than 44 invited talks on robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning at various premier institutes in India. He is also a reviewer of many reputed journals. His research area is space robotics, dynamics, and control. I invite you, sir, to take session on robot kinematics through software exposure. Thank you, sir, for joining the session.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Dharamveer, for the nice briefing about me and also for inviting me so that I can interact with the participants of All India uh, uh, and the participants maybe from academics, maybe from faculty, maybe from faculty members, maybe research scholars, PG students. So, dear participants, thank you. And thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to interact with you. Now I'm going to share my PPT. Yeah.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So very first, you can connect with me by typing my name in Google, Vijay Kumar Dalla. So by clicking this, you will find me. My detailed profile is by clicking here, one can access my profile, and in near future, if my any kind of help is required, so I'm always ready to serve, to interact with you, to help you. So in this way, you can connect with me. Also, I have my YouTube channel, and I started putting my lectures related to robotics. So one can access, and also I have put some lectures from experts. I also conducted 3 FDPs, 2 on robotics, one on artificial intelligence. So I have uploaded some lectures from the experts. I have also uploaded my own lectures like robotics and automation, uh, basics of robotics, part 1, part 2, like that. I started uploading. So if required, one can access this. Now I'm going to share my PPT. So this is online Atal FDP on robotics, and it is being conducted at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Katihar Engineering College, Katihar, Bihar. And my topic is robot kinematics through software experiment. So in which basically I will deal with basics of kinematics, basics of dynamics, then robo analyzer for motion visualization. So what is this kinematics? Kinematics in which we deal about only the motions of the manipulator. Motions, uh, positions, velocities, acceleration of the end effector of the manipulator. What is the manipulator? Manipulator is the mechanical structure of the robot. And in there is another term, dynamics. So if you see the difference between kinematics and the dynamics, so in dynamics we also deal the causes of the motion. Kinematics plus causes of the motion, मतलब मोशन किसकी वजह से हो रहा है, what are the factors involved to move the manipulators. So it may be force in the case of linear motion or torque in the case of rotary motion. So in dynamics, we study motions, positions, velocities, accelerations, force, torque, moments, okay. And the robo analyzer for motion visualization. So this is the software, 3D based software developed by IIT Delhi with the leadership of Professor S.K. Saha and his team. And this software is freely available, open source, you can say, one can access and can visualize the motions of the manipulator. Okay. So in basics of kinematics, I will discuss the forward and the inverse kinematics, and all are the important in view of robo analyzer. We should know before the means you can say prerequisitions. These are prerequisitions, means kinematics, types of kinematics, then transformations, homogeneous transformations. So these are the required things we need to discuss. So in forward and inverse kinematics, in forward kinematics, we want to know about the location of the end effector. Means where is our manipulator? Suppose the task is robot has to go inside the pipeline, and the task is to take some pics, some pictures of the cracks. Suppose cracks are developed in the pipelines, so robot has to take pictures. So the task is robot has to be located at the desired location. Okay, so that location, suppose we want to know, so that is known as the forward kinematics. For the given joint variables, remember joint variables, why I am using this term, because in the case of robotics, like what we have joints in our body, all are rotary spherical. No one is prismatic. That's why we can say our joints are rotary, revolute, spherical joints. But in the robotics, the joints may be mainly revolute and prismatic. Okay. Also spherical means the rotary and the prismatic. So prismatic is known as the joint offset, but rotary joints are known as joint angles. Okay, that's why we have to use the term joint variables. Okay, so for the given joint variables, what are the values of x, y, z of the end effectors? In another term, for the given inputs, what are the outputs? And what are the inputs in the case of forward kinematics? So inputs are joint variables and the outputs are end effector positions. Okay. And the inverse kinematics is just a reverse of forward kinematics. In inverse kinematics, now inputs are the end effector positions and the outputs are the joint variables. Okay, means suppose the robot has to drill on the wall. So locations are identified. Robot has to reach the desired goal point. So by using the joint variables, so target is fixed, but the joint variables values may be different. Means one set of joint variables and another set of joint variables and another like that. Okay. So for the given and effector positions, what are the joint variables is known as inverse kinematics. Okay. And with the help of this block diagram, easily one can understand the joint space description, Cartesian space description. Okay, joint space description means it tells about joint variables. And the Cartesian space description, it tells about the x, y, z values. Fk is here forward kinematics. For the given joint space description, what is the Cartesian space description is known as the forward kinematics for the given link and the joint parameters. Okay. And the same, if you reverse, then that will be known as inverse kinematics. And in the case of forward kinematics, we get only one solution. To reach, suppose, inside the pipeline, we will have only one solution, means one set of joint variables. But in the case of inverse kinematics, there may be multiple solutions. Like to drill on the wall, the robot may opt different paths. Especially suppose there are obstacles in the workspace, so robot has to avoid the obstacles. Then need to opt the another path without colliding the obstacles. And this is only possible if robot will have feature of multi solutions. Okay. Also, inverse kinematics, it may have single solution, rarely, and also it may have no solution. No solution in the case of if the object is outside the workspace. And what is the workspace? Workspace is the maximum reach of the manipulator. Also, you can say the working area or the volume of the manipulator. So अगर ऑब्जेक्ट ही वर्क स्पेस के बाहर रहेगा, so obviously it cannot execute the given task. That is the example of no solution. Okay. And more practical is inverse kinematics. In inverse kinematics, we will have flexibility. Okay. And in kinematics, suppose we want to know about our end effector positions. Here it is described by X, E, Y, E in case of 2D. Okay. Also, we can convert it in 3D. So we need to show the Z direction. Okay. So this is the link 0. The best way is to take example of serial manipulator. For understanding what is serial manipulator? Serial manipulator, all the links are connected by the joints in a series. See link 1 here, link 2, link 3. All the links are coupled by the joints. Okay. And end effector, the wrist up to wrist is considered the part of the manipulator. Beyond this is known as the end effector. And there are two types of end effectors. One is grippers and the other is tools. Grippers for manipulating, grasping and holding the object. Okay? Grasping and holding the object. The tools like this is the extended rod, and with the help of this, suppose I am doing, robot is doing some like painting, welding. So this rod is known as the tools, and that tool is the end effector. Okay, so serial manipulator and the parallel manipulator is what? There will be multiple serial manipulators like legs will be, and there will be common platform. That common platform is known as the end effector, और जो legs होंगे वो those will be in parallel. Okay. So here the link 0, if you count, if you give numbers, so we start giving 0 to the links, like a link 0, 1, 2, 3. But we count the joints, then we start from 1, like a theta 1, theta 2, theta 3. Okay. And for n number of joints, there will be n plus 1 number of links. Like here, for n number of joints, like there are 3 joints. So that's why link 0, link 1, 2, 3, 4 links. Okay. And the link 0 is what? Link 0 is the base of the manipulator. Okay. And to measure the coordinates, we need to fix the coordinate systems, which is also known as the frame. So this x, y at the base of the manipulator is known as the reference coordinate system. And C at the joint 2, 3 and E means end effector. These are the coordinate systems. These are also coordinate systems for the moving links. Okay. So to measure, suppose we want to know the positions, orientations of the end effectors or the joints. So we need to fix the coordinate system. Okay. And with the help of this, easily one can get the expression of XE. XE will be what? From 0 here, from 0 to this along the, from 0 to E along the X. And means better this one. Yeah. This will be the value of XE and this will be this height along the y-axis will be the value of YE. Okay. So easily one can get the expression of XE. XE, what will be? XE will be L1 cos theta 1. Then we need to plus add L2 cos theta 1 plus theta 2. Then for the link 3 plus L3 cos theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3, like that. This is for the y direction. So simply what we have to do, we have to replace the cos terms by the sine. So YE L1 sin theta 1 plus L2 sin theta 1 plus theta 2 plus L3 sin theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3. Similarly, we can get for y axis. Okay. So these are inverse kinematics of planar manipulators. What is the meaning of planar? Means 2D we are discussing. So consider the problem of moving the end effector of a manipulator arm to a specified position and orientation. This part already we have done, so no need to. Yeah. Inverse kinematics is more complex in the sense that multiple solutions may exist for the same end effector location. Yeah. Since the kinematic equation is comprised with nonlinear simultaneous equations with many trigonometric functions, it is not always possible to derive a closed form solution. Means by getting once a value, then suppose we will put that value in another's, then we will get something else. So that is not possible in some cases. Solutions may not always exist for a particular range of end effector locations and instructions. When the kinematic equation cannot be solved analytically, numerical methods are used to order to derive the desired joint coordinates. Okay. So in some cases, we cannot get the equations directly through the analytical approach. So in that case, numerical methods are used like Runge-Kutta. Okay. So this is about some assumptions, some terminologies. So most of I have discussed like joints may be revolute, prismatic, and n number of joints. Uh, how many number of links will be there? Okay, and we start counting zero for the link, and for the joints we start counting from the number one. Okay. So this is the example of multiple solutions. See this configuration. Yeah. Yeah. See this configuration. It starts from 0 and followed by 0 to A, then B. And at this location, this point is known as reached. And there is another way to reach the same reached point, 0 to A prime to B. So there are two configurations to reach the same goal point. And this is known as the elbow up configuration. This is elbow up, elbow down. This below configuration is known as elbow down configuration. Yeah. When there are multiple solutions for IK, manipulator is called a redundant arm. Okay. To reach the same goal point, suppose we had multiple way. So that is known as that is redundant manipulator. Okay. The existence of multiple solutions provide the robot with an extra degree of flexibility. And this is only possible when robot will be equipped with the extra degree of freedom. Extra degree of freedom means we are providing more flexibility to the robot. Okay. So these are the some basics. Now I will come to the software. Then in between I will try to connect. Yeah, just 1 minute. And regarding software, you need to go to the Google, then type RoboAnalyzer, then click the link, then you will find some info about the software. This is the Robo Analyzer is a 3D model based software that can be used to teach and learn the robotics concept. And in downloads, from where we have to download the software, as it is open source, so easily one can download. So these are the various versions. It started from V1 before the 2012. Now the recent one is, latest one is V7.5. And these are the features added in every versions. Like earlier, there were only forward kinematics, and that was only for revolute joints, then prismatic joints, then inverse dynamics, forward dynamics, then inverse kinematics up to 6 are revolute decoupled manipulators like that. Then the CAD models of the selected industrial robots are added like that. In every versions, some extra features are added. Like in the latest version, the homogeneous transformation matrix module is added. Okay. So this I have already downloaded, and that I'm going to access. One can easily download and extract the software. This I already have done. Now I'm clicking the software Robo Analyzer. Then I will connect the software with the PPT. That will be the better way. Okay. So this is the 3D model. We can zoom in, zoom out by installing the cursor. Okay. The very first, if you see the file like open. So suppose we have some CAD model, so that we can extract, and STM model, homogeneous transformation matrix, then virtual robot. Okay. So firstly, what is this? Then we will come to this homogeneous transformation matrix. Also, we can zoom in and zoom out. Okay. See here now. So what is that transformation? Transformation is what? Making movement of the object from one point to the another. Okay, like a robot has to clean the glass. So robot has to move from one point to the another point. So there may be multiple rotations, translations. Okay. So that is the transformation, and there are 3 types of transformations. If you see right side, so the first one is translate, second is rotate. Means the first one transformation is pure translation, the second is pure rotation, and the third is combination of these two. Okay, means it may be either translation plus translation, rotation plus rotation, or translation plus rotation. Okay. Now, this is the coordinate system. The bigger one is the reference coordinate system. fixed coordinate system, and a smaller one is moving coordinate system. Okay. Now, suppose I am putting x is equal to some random values. Then what is happening? Yeah, it is translating along x direction. Then again I am resetting it, and this also I can clear. And y is equal to, suppose I am putting 4. Then what is happening? Translation along the respect to axis. Similarly, we can rotate, suppose a random value 45 degree about x. So what is happening, and we need to reset for the better understanding. Also, without a resetting, also that the values can be taken, but for the better visualization, why not to reset? Okay. Now I'm going to rotate by 45 degree. So see what is happening. This is x-axis, this is y, this is z. So both the x-axis are collinear, or you can say coincide to each other. Okay, means if the rotation is about its own axis, so both the axis of the reference coordinate system and the moving coordinate system both will be on the same line. Okay, but what about another axis? Like this y is now rotated by 45 degree, z is rotated by 45 degree. Similarly, suppose we want a rotation about z. So now what will be? This will be remain at the same, this z axis. You just observe ये यहीं पर रहेगा and the other axis will be rotated. Yeah, अब देखिए इसे for better understanding you do this. Yeah, clear. Suppose y is equal to 60 degree. Resetting in 60 degree. Okay. So it is rotated by 60 degree about y-axis. Now suppose we want further rotation, means combined transformation. One is already done. Another we want. Okay. And suppose we want to translate it. Y is equal to, suppose 5 units. Okay. So this is the example of combined transformation. Yeah, name of this software, Robo Analyzer. Robo Analyzer. In Google, you can type and you can find. Okay. Now, again, resetting the translation, rotation, combined transformations, we have visualized in local transformation. There is a local transformation versus global transformation. Okay. So what is happening? You just see this R1, R2, R3, and a T4. So R denotes the rotation matrix for one transformation, R2 for another, second transformation, R3 for the third transformation, and the transformation is here rotation. And now fourth is translation, T4. Okay. So again I am translating x is equal to suppose 5 and see the sequence of transformation. Means I'm doing here now translation. So T5 will be there. So T5 will be pre-multiplied to this or post-multiplied in local transformation. Local transformation means whatever transformation is going, transformations is in the manipulator, not and with respect to the base, not with respect to the some another frame. If suppose there is some frame here, suppose there is some frame and the axis or end factor is measured first with respect to the base, then with respect to the this third point. Okay, then that transformation will be known as global transformation. Okay, so in the local transformation, once again you observe, I'm just pressing the button of translate, then T5 will be pre-multiplied or post-multiplied of what? Of this. So it will be C, post-multiplied. Okay. Now resetting it and clearing the values. Now just clicking the global transformation. And x is equal to, I am putting here 2. Okay. And see, T1 is here. And suppose I want a rotation about 20 degree. So R2 will be there. अब देखिए अपना just, yeah, R2 is here, pre-multiplied, not the post-multiplied. Okay. So in the local transformations, the sequence of multiplications will be, means the new transformation will be post-multiplied. But in the case of global transformation, the new multiplication will be pre-multiplied. Okay. Now you just observe this matrix. The size is 4 by 4 matrix. So the last column, number 4, represents the AND factor positions. Yeah, vector AND factor vectors, like this is x value AND factor in the x direction is this one 1.8 something, and y 0.68, z 0. Okay. And what about this 3 by 3 matrix is known as the rotation matrix. Okay. And there will be sine, cosine. And to make the rectangular matrix into the square matrix, what we do? We add the perspective matrix. Perspective matrix में क्या होता है? Means perspective matrix में we add 0, 0, 0, 0 and 1. Means we are zooming out, means कोई भी चीज को लार्जर स्केल में देखने के लिए पर्सपेक्टिव मैट्रिक्स का यूज किया जाता है. ओके, हियर we have converted the rectangular matrix into square matrix. Why? Because for multiplying, all the dimensions should be matching, means rank should be same. Okay. So in this way, the transformation matrix, the matrix should be in square. Its dimensions should be matching, so that we can analyze the system. The system is here, robot. Analyze means we can get the equations. Without writing equations, we cannot visualize, we cannot realize the motion of the manipulator. Okay. So please allow me 2-3 minutes break, then I will continue. In between, if you want, you can download this software and simultaneously you can practice with me. Yeah, shall I restart? Yeah. Now coming to the main software, Roman Ledger. But please confirm whether I am audible or not. Am I audible, na?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So see, it is the 3D model and motions one can visualize either through this 3D model or the graph. So graph results we can see. How means the nature of motions we can see, but here we can visualize the motion. Okay. And then just below see the DS parameters. DS parameters are the parameters to specify the configurations of the robot or convention to give the convention of the robot, and there are four parameters. One is joint offset, other is joint angle, then link length, then twist angle. Joint offset, see in this case all the joints are revolute. So joint offset is in the case of prismatic joints only. Here all the joints are revolute, that's why the values of joint offsets are 0. And here joint angles are variable. Joint angles are variable and the link length is 0.2 meter each. Twist angle is 0. Why? You just compare the coordinate system at the base, as you can say joint 1, and the coordinate system at joint 2. Both the axes are in parallel. Means no one axis is intersecting to each other, like crossing to each other. That's why the twist angle is 0. See my both the hands both are in parallel, but suppose at a point it intersects to each other. So in that case there will be some twist angle, but here there is no twist angle. So DH parameters, the full form of DH, Dana-Waite-Hartenberg parameters, named after two scientists, and there are four parameters. One for joint offset, one, and the second joint angle, third the link length, fourth the twist angle. Okay. And see the default robots here, from 1 to 7 degrees of freedom robot we can access here. And select a robot based on the types of joints. The select robot based on type of joints. So 2P means 2 prismatics, 2R, 2 revolute, PR, prismatic revolute, RP, revolute, prismatic. Okay. And the virtual robot, this is the virtual robots. that we will see at the last. Okay, so this is 2R. Suppose we want to see the 2P, so we have to load the selected robot. So by clicking here, see, and here, suppose we want to see the most of the coordinate system, so you need to click this base frame to end effector. And it is taking values of this DS parameter table. See, it got rotated by minus 90 degree and 0.15 meter it got translated. Okay, so this we have done. Also, suppose this 5 revolute or this one, anyone we can choose. यही आपका CAD मॉडल है. Yeah. Now see the number of joints, 5 number of joints, and if I click this base frame to end effector, then the values, it will take the values of this table and it will behave accordingly. So just observe what is happening. Take a 90 degree twist angle, then it's taking joint 2 पे चला गया. ये आपका joint 2 है. Joint 2 में आपका joint angle is variable. Then link length कितना है 0.12. Then twist angle, there is no twist angle. Okay, now joint 3, it got translated here from here to here. Then it will rotate. Here in this way we can visualize it. Okay. And what are these? Visualize DH done. Link configuration. So by clicking this update, so this is the link configuration with respect to previous link. Okay, and the base frame, अगर हम यहाँ base से अगर करें तो this will be with respect to the base. Okay. What about end effector configuration? This end effector configuration, suppose we want to know. So these are the values of end effectors, the last column. What about joint trajectory? So these are the 4 joint trajectories are given here. From file input, we can take, suppose we have a different trajectories, so we can access that, and the trajectory we can visualize here. Suppose I am clicking cubic. Now you just observe the right side of the window. So there are analysis times here, 1 second, number of steps in 1 second, number of steps will be 100. Then there are 4 buttons, F, K, I, N, forward kinematics, and the hello, hello.
You are audible, sir. No problem.
Yeah. So forward kinematics, then inverse kinematics, then inverse dynamics, then forward dynamics. Okay. So forward kinematics and inverse kinematics we have done. Forward kinematics में what we find out? The end effector positions we find out. But in the case of inverse kinematics, what we find out? We find out the set of joint variables. And what about this inverse dynamics? So I'm coming to the yeah, study of forces and the moments causing the motion of links. This is the dynamics, and there are two types of dynamics: forward dynamics and the inverse dynamics. So what is the forward dynamics? In which the joint forces or torques will be given and the output will be the joint acceleration. For the given joint force, what is the joint acceleration is known as the forward dynamics. And if you reverse for the given joint acceleration, yeah, here in inverse dynamic, input is what? Input is motion. Okay, and output is what? The cause of motion. This you have to remember. Okay. So again, I'm coming to the software. So this inverse dynamics and the forward dynamics, we have done this forward dynamics and the inverse dynamics. This forward dynamics and the inverse dynamics. Forward dynamics is what? What will be given? The forces or torques will be given. And what we have to find out? The accelerations we have to find out. Okay. And this time we can change is for our convenience. Number of steps also we can change. Now, this is what from here also we can zoom in. Yeah. Now I'm clicking to forward kinematics. So you just observe, yeah. After clicking, it is showing analysis is complete. Now, motion we want to see. So animation, by animation we can see by clicking this. Now see the motion of this manipulator and the trajectory is here, cubic trajectory. The difference between the trajectory and the path. Generally we say this is the path. Okay, but better instead of using path, we should use trajectory because trajectory is that time dependent, but the path is time independent, and the time matters in the case of robotics. Okay, so this is the trajectory of the manipulator, and this is the starting point, and this is the end point, or also you can say the goal point or the set point. Okay. So this forward kinematics we have done, motion we have visualized, and we want to see this graphically. What about our end effector positions? So the x-axis represents time, and this is the positions of the end effector. So it starts, we can observe the start and the end. Start and the end values we can observe here. Okay. Also, we can see the joint value means angular position, then angular velocity, then angular acceleration. Okay. If I click force or torque, so what is showing the inverse dynamic simulation data doesn't exist. Okay. So up to this is the example of only kinematics. Now, for inverse dynamics, what we have to do? We need to click. After forward dynamics, we need to click inverse dynamics. Then we have to, suppose we want to see the motion, then we have to play, or directly you can see, the values of force and the torque. Okay. See how it is behaving. How the value of inputs, torque is varying with respect to the time. Okay, this we have done. Now coming to the inverse kinematics. So after clicking this inverse kinematic, one new window displayed, and see the, if you see, there is a robot, and the types of robot we can change as per our convenience, and these are the inputs like a joint offset, link length, twist angle, and effector positions. If you remember, in inverse kinematics, the end effector positions will be given. Okay. Now, if I click this inverse kinematics, so all the set of joint variables value will be updated here. Yeah. After clicking, all the values got updated here. Okay. Now, what is this? What is the significance of this? We have 8 solutions here in this software. Only 8 solutions are displayed. So, what are the meaning of this? Like solution 1, solution 2, solution 3, 4, 5, 6. To reach the same goal point, we have multiple ways. Here 8 ways, there are 8 ways to reach the same goal point. Okay. So suppose I am clicking this, then you just observe what is happening. See. Yeah, the robot is same. The robot is same. But see how this configuration got changed. Okay. Now, suppose I am taking solution 5, solution 8, solution 3, solution 4, solution 7. So what are the common here? The common is the end effector position. But the joint means the configuration of the robot is changing. Okay. So to reach the same goal point, we have multiple solutions. So this is the inverse kinematics. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So कितने लोग को सॉफ्टवेयर के बारे में पता था, कितने लोग को ये थोड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है कि हाँ ये हम भी कर सकते हैं, ये ऐसा विजुलाइज कर सकते हैं, इसमें आप थोड़ा बहुत रिसर्च भी कर सकते हैं। आप इसमें देखेंगे पब्लिकेशंस भी हम yeah. Now this we have done. Now coming to the virtual robots. This is the last one. Yeah. See, after clicking this window virtual robot, this is displayed by default. This ABB IRB 120 is coming, but we can change. Suppose KUKA. Yeah. Or something else, Puma. Okay. Now you just observe the right side. They are joint control, Cartesian control, then record. Okay. Now suppose I am taking here for better visualization this KUKA. Okay. Now, can you identify the joints, which is joint 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay. So, for better visualization, I am clicking joint 1, see which one is joint 1. जो ज्वाइंट मूव हो रहा है आप देख सकते हैं, बाकी सब तो फिक्स्ड है। कहाँ पे मूव हो रहा है? Here it is moving, rotating. And suppose joint 2, now here is joint 2. ये आपका क्या हो गया? मोटर हो गया। Now joint 3, here is joint 3 and this is the motor. Joint 4, joint 5, joint 6. Okay. In this way we can visualize, and just below C end effector frame the X, Y, Z values and homogeneous transformation. Okay. Now clearing the traces, coming to the home position. Now coming to the Cartesian control. The Cartesian control is also known as the jogging. Now what we will do here, position is, suppose increment position. In every step only 1 mm movement will be there, or by angle by 0.5 degree. So this we can change. अगर हमें क्विक मूवमेंट चाहिए so we can change it. Okay. Now और भी बढ़ा के देखते हैं क्या होता है. Yeah. Now see. Now the task is to make a profile, or you can say welding profile of rectangular kind. Okay, so what we need to do I'm jogging, I'm clicking y minus. ओके अब क्या करना पड़ेगा नीचे जाने के लिए x माइनस वी हैव डन सो x प्लस वी नीड टू डू ओके नाउ y प्लस yeah starting and the end point is mismatching so here the end point and the starting point is not same ये थोड़ा एरर आ गया so this is the rectangular profile so in this way we can visualize the means we can control the robot either through the joint control or either through the Cartesian. Cartesian here we are controlling the end factor, but in the joint control we were controlling only the joints. Okay, so from my side, I have done. If you have any doubt, you can ask. You can interact with me.
I think one participant, Ajay Kumar sir, he will ask some question. Just
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
So actually, I have one doubt.
Okay.
In last presentation, you showed that there may be 8 solutions to achieve one position. If we move our robotic arm to get a direction or to achieve a point. So if there is
Yeah, yeah.
any mathematical modeling or any optimization technique is available to achieve any any position or any final destination which we required. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I have told the 8 solutions is limitation of this software. There may be even more solutions.
Okay.
And optimization here we cannot do optimization. It is only kinematic and the dynamics visualization we can do.
So it is only limitation of that machine. That is, we can only get 8 type of solutions. It may be any number of solutions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you, sir.
any other participants would like to ask question? Raise your hand so that I can unmute you.
Oh, yeah.
I think no any participants have raised their hand. Okay.
Yeah, no
It was
problem.
nice session.
Yeah. You can interact me later. You can WhatsApp me. You can. I'm also in the Facebook. I'm also in WhatsApp, and you can access my profile, my numbers. My number is there. Email IDs are there. So anytime if required, my help. So you can interact with me.
Now I invite Sneha Prasad, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Department, to conclude this session.
Thank you, sir.
One request, sir. One request, can all the participants can switch on their camera so that we can take a picture, if possible, if possible.
Sir is saying to switch on the camera for the all participants.
अब इसमें पता ही नहीं चलता, अगल बगल से निकल जाएंगे तो पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि हाँ हम साथ में कभी कोर्स किए हैं.
सर जो the software जो भी आप दिखा रहे थे सर, रिवर्स काइनेमेटिक्स एंड फॉरवर्ड काइनेमेटिक्स,
हाँ
ये सॉफ्टवेयर किस तरीके का है? पेड है या मतलब फ्री सॉफ्टवेयर है?
ये ओपन सोर्स है, मतलब फ्री है. अच्छा, बहुत कम ही लोग कैमरा ऑन किए हैं. या ठीक है सर.
Now I invite Sneha Prasad, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Department, to conclude this session. I have unmuted, ma'am. You can unmute yourself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your wonderful session and sharing your immense knowledge towards us. And sir has been started from the very basics of kinematics and dynamics and explained beautifully inverse kinematics of planar and manipulators, then inverse kinematics and problems as well. And then he has discussed the forward kinematics and inverse kinematics. Then robo analyzer, sir said there is a robo analyzer software which can easily analyze and which is very user friendly. You can hands-on on robo analyzer with very ease if you practice, if you have prior knowledge or do some practice. So it is very easy to go through that. So I hope all participants have gained a lot of knowledge from this session. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sneha Kumari.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. And again, I'd like to inform all participants. Again, Vijay Kumar Dala sir have a session on obstacle avoidance and path optimization using genetic algorithm tomorrow in second session. So
Yeah.
again, we'll meet, sir, tomorrow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you for your informative
Yeah,
session.
I'm leaving now. Okay. Thank you.
We can conclude now. We can close the session, or if anyone have any doubt, like regarding attendance feedback. So we have already shared the Google form for day 3, third session, like means evening session attendance. Once again, I am sharing in chat. So we will collect attendance from Google form as well as Cisco WebEx attendance, internal attendance record system. we'll generate attendance from Cisco WebEx. So don't worry, if someone has missed the Google form to fill, so we can collect attendance from Cisco WebEx. So we can close the session now. So tomorrow again we'll meet at 10 o'clock. So thank you all the participants for joining the session.